Overman. This is executive producer Al Jean. Last but not least, Simpsons creator Matt Groening. Well, guys, I know the question on everyone's lips. What's new and exciting? What's coming up this year in The Simpsons, on The Simpsons, in and around The Simpsons?
I've seen the animation for the Futurama Simpsons crossover, and it is awesome. I'm not just hyping, it's really hot. I love it.
There's going to be a lot more Maggie this season. Homer. Lots of Homer this season. Little typo, sorry.
There is going to be a little Ralph Wiggum this season. Just a little.
And I do my speaking through clips. Roll them.
That was an indication to roll the clip.
I just have one spoiler alert. Comic-Con exclusive. Homer doesn't die.
We're supposed to say that. So, gentlemen, would you like to take some questions from the audience?
We would.
There's a microphone, I believe, set up. It's being set up as we speak. So, if you have a question, please line up behind the mic. And we actually have prizes for very excellent questions. So,
Make them good.
bring your
And try to make your questions so that we can hype stuff.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff to hype. In fact, I'd like to start off with a little bit of hype. On September 26th, in London, England, at the Science Museum, our own Al Jean and Futurama's David X. Cohen are going to participate in a symposium called The Mathematical Secrets of the Simpsons and Futurama, based on a book, The Simpsons and Their Mathematical Secrets by Simon Singh. So there you go. Go to London in September and learn about math.
Or you can go to Los
Oh, and by the way, go ahead.
At the Hollywood Bowl, September 9th through 12th, we will have Hank Azaria, Nancy Cartwright, Yardley Smith doing the music from The Simpsons. Weird Al Yankovic will be there. And my favorite kind of guest, surprise.
And I'll be there in the audience.
I might be there on stage too.
I want to answer one question before it's asked. The Simpsons will age finally, but only one day. Thank you.
Looks like we have a question.
Yes. Hi, I'm honored to be the first question. At the Halloween, the Treehouse of Horror, I was wondering in the past why you decided to show it afterwards instead of before or during.
There's this horrible American tradition called the World Series. And for many years it preempted us, but after a long and bitter fight, we're airing in October this year.
Baseball is preempted us.
October 19th, for once before Halloween, the Treehouse of Horror.
It did air in
Please
November.
come on up and claim your prize.
Let me just fill in a couple other trivia dates too really quick. September 28th is the episode where the Simpsons meet Family Guy on Family Guy. The same night is the clip that you saw where we have a character who unfortunately passes away. On November 9th, Simpsorama. And then we will cross over with the cast of Scooby-Doo to find Casey Kasem's body.
Is that too soon?
One of those isn't real.
Go ahead with your question.
My name is William. I love The Simpsons forever. It's been going on, hopefully, for the rest of my life. Is there a way to inject fresh blood kind of into the series?
No.
We don't accept transfusions.
Nobody quits. Everybody who's ever worked on the show is still on the show. And I'd like to give a shout out right now. People who are fairly rarely mentioned, but Bonnie Pietola, the original casting director, has been with us since the very beginning. She's in the audience someplace. Kaufman, who we've been working together since 1987 on the Tracy Ullman Show. She is publicizing the show and doing a fantastic job. And Tony Kaufman, also here.
I had one I wanted to mention. The woman who has to listen to everything we say and turn it into a script, Jacqueline Atkins, our rewrite assistant, is here today.
Oh, good.
Notice that she doesn't write it down.
In fact, I think most of this audience is made up of people who work on the show.
For that question, we have a Grandpa Simpson bobblehead. Come on up.
Next question, please.
My question is for Matt Graining. I went to the Bungo Comics booth. You said you sometimes go over there to sign, but not official. It's not draw on stone. So I just want to know, this year, will you be going to Bongo Comics stand and signing autographs?
I'm actually going to be at the Casper the Friendly Ghost booth for some reason. No, you just have to catch me. If I announce it,
Not a surprise.
but right after this panel discussion, some of us are going to be down at the Fox booth signing for 45 minutes. But I will be at the Bongo booth sometime this afternoon. So yes.
So I want to say, if you pick me to sign, I can't draw. They're even better than me.
He can do a great mathematical equation.
Come on up and grab one of these nifty, weird-looking Homer dolls.
Speaking of that, here's our next question.
Wait a second, ladies and gentlemen, Dan Castellaneta.
It was uncanny, your impression. Brilliant.
And sir, I'd like you to know you've just been tweeted.
I believe there was something about the Family Guy crossover episode.
Yeah, I was wondering if there is one, and if so, how are Peter and Homer going to interact?
There's a huge chicken fight between the two of them. They're going to show that. I believe part of it on the Family Guy session later in the day. I've seen the whole episode. I think it's terrific.
It's a double episode running, double episode. It's a Family Guy episode, not a Simpsons episode. We don't know really what they're doing. No, that's not true. It's good. It's really fun. And when does that air?
That's 9:28. Sunday is our premiere.
In fact, hang in the hall until 1 p.m. when there's a Family Guy panel, and I think they're going to preview some little bits from the episode.
And then you can get your Peter Griffin outfit. It'll be very nice.
Put it underneath the home.
Approach Homer and get your prize.
Come on up and your nifty Springfield Isotopes non-lethal giant baseball.
Don't eat it.
Next question, please.
Hey, I'm a huge fan of yours and I've been watching it since I was a little kid. And I want to know, are we ever going to see Frank Zappa in a crowd scene ever again?
Frank Zappa was actually a friend of mine, and when he was alive, he died in 1993, he said he was sick, but he said he would like to come down and mumble into the microphone for The Simpsons, and unfortunately he got too sick and we were not able to have him on the show. He also wanted, we were putting together Simpsons albums at the time, and we were going to do a Simpsonized version of his song, Let Me Take You to the Beach. Anyway, a big hit. So maybe that will happen again sometime. We'll see.
Just to see him in a little crowd scene.
If an animator sneaks him in, yes, he will appear.
Great.
Maybe it'll be me sneaking him in.
Episode 620.
Great question. Come on up and grab your 14th season DVD set.
Wow.
Holographic.
Next question, please.
Hi guys. Huge fan, real excited about the Simpsons Futurama crossover episode. I gotta ask, as everyone's wondering, is there any chance of a Futurama resurrection?
fiction and animation. Futurama's got it all.
Well, there are no plans right now to bring back Futurama. I will say, however, some people who worked on the show are actually having waffles tomorrow morning, so we're going to talk about it. But the show was so much fun. Creatively, we got to do a lot of what we wanted to do. It was fun to be resurrected over and over again. We probably had more final episodes than any other animated show. And we were really proud of the final episode of the series, which, by the way, was nominated for an Emmy coming up. We'll see. We have a lot of worthy competition. But you know, even though we thought the show was wrapped up really nicely, everybody who worked on the show loved working on it and would love to work together again. So who knows? Maybe if there's a network out there that wants us, give me a call.
Now come get your prize. Futurama, the final episodes collection, episodes 1 through 200.
We just happen to have a Futurama DVD set. Just for you.
Hi guys, I'm James from Brazil, and I guess you know my question.
Sorry, man.
Sorry about Brazil.
I want to know, how did you know it?
What he's referring to is the fact that The Simpsons apparently predicted some of the results of the World Cup. Well, you know.
Well, but we had Germany beating Brazil 2-0, and people online were going, it was 7-1. It was pretty good if you bet our way.
Our crystal ball had a smudge in it that day.
It was all a coincidence, and we kind of predicted Neymar, but Brazil's a wonderful country, and I'm sure next time.
There's always next year, not next year. It's in
Come and get your prize. Simpsons 16th season DVD set. Oh, it's a Blu-ray.
Blu-ray. The future, fancy, the past.
Go ahead, sir.
Hello. I just wanted to ask, this can go to anyone. What was your biggest failure that turned into the biggest success?
The Simpsons. That's a jokey answer, but the fact is, really, the very first episode that we got back of animation was a disaster, and we really thought if the Fox network saw that episode, they would cancel us immediately. So we actually hid that animation until we got the results of our second episode back, and we realized that it was just a fluke, that we didn't know what we were doing, and we learned in one episode. So, and that little bits and pieces of that of the original episode are on the first DVD set with appropriate horrified commentary.
No, I just had a quick answer for a similar thing, which was the Simpsons ride. Because that, when I first saw it, it made me throw up. I mean, it really. And then I think it's the best thing just about that we ever did. And it's both Universal's Hollywood and Orlando. It's wonderful.
Now it makes us throw up.
Yeah, the Simpsons ride at Universal. I took my kids on it for the very first time, and I said, I promise you that your mind will be blown in 3 seconds once the ride begins. And they said, quit hyping it, Dad. And it will blow your mind within the first 3 seconds of the ride. I guarantee it. Go to Universal. It's really good.
Well, 4 seconds after a bit of disappointment.
Speaking of Universal Studios, we have an official Universal Studios Bart Simpson plush doll review.
Wow, those plush dolls are rare.
No matter what you mentioned, we have affiliated merchandise.
It's affiliated with Fox, Universal, NBC. It's all confusing.
Hey, that was a good question, though, man.
Is that Leela I see there?
Yes.
It is.
Hi, I'm a huge fan of your work. I love Futurama. I love The Simpsons. And my question is for Matt. I was recently on a road trip to Washington, and we drove through Portland, which is where you grew up. Is Springfield based on Portland, Oregon?
Well, not really, kind of. When I was a kid, watching television, I'm much older than almost every one of you here, but there was a TV show called Father Knows Best, and that took place in Springfield. And I, as a kid, assumed that that meant it was the Springfield near Portland. And I was so excited that a TV show actually took place nearby. Then when I grew older, I found out that Springfield is the second most common place name for a town in the United States. The number one is Lincoln. I didn't think that Lincoln was as funny as Springfield or had the potential for being funny. So that's where Springfield is. Springfield is supposed to be whatever state you're from. That's the idea. It's everywhere. And over the years, the way Springfield has sort of entered the culture is really funny. And one thing we are doing is we have a Springfield mural in Springfield, Oregon, that's going to be unveiled in the end of August, time to be determined exactly. And we're hoping that that will inspire other Springfields to do their own Springfield mural. There was a elementary school that opened in someplace in Florida, and they allowed the kids to pick the name of the school, and the kids overwhelmingly voted for Springfield Elementary. And the parents and the principal and everybody, they were all so delighted that the kids picked such a sweet name, and then they found out that it was the Simpsons. And they wouldn't let them do it.
Well, Leela, for you, we have another Futurama Blu-ray, so come on up.
Next question, please.
Hi. First of all, not to kiss up, but Matt Groening, you're one of my heroes. Thank you for Simpsons and Futurama.
Thank you very much.
I wondered, how did you come up with this thing that became so massive? How did you come up with The Simpsons?
I have answered this question many, many, many times, so I try to mix it up. So this may be a lie. I haven't thought of the answer yet. How do you come up with something? It's the result of watching television growing up and thinking, cartoons should be better. Cartoons should be more exciting. They should be stranger. They should be, kids should be bad. Cartoons. I just thought cartoons were kind of sappy, and it got worse and worse. The older I got, when we were kids, there was the Flintstones and the Jetsons and Top Cat and Johnny Quest, and that was in the 60s, and then cartoons kind of died down, at least it's prime time. And by the time, just before The Simpsons came around, the only thing on TV in prime time animated was Garfield, and I thought, we can do better than Garfield. And so that's sort of where it came from watching TV. See, so that's what I'm saying. If I have any lesson today, watch more TV.
Awkward segue from that, which is we have a clip from our Treehouse of Horror upcoming. And this ain't the Flintstones. So if you roll the clip, please. 19, but
19. So don't wait until after Halloween. So more questions, or what do you think?
Yes, I think so.
Oh. Yeah,
when is The Simpsons ever going to end, or is it going to keep going for a couple more years?
You wish! No. We're going to be around for a while. We always say we have 2 years to run it into the ground and then another 10 years to go. So
it's all up to you guys, though. You got to keep, watching and tell all your palsy-lousies to keep watching.
And thank you for filling a ballroom at 10 in the morning. That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you so seriously.
Here we have a Blu-ray of the complete 20th season of The Simpsons. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Any rock groups like Kiss gonna show up on future episodes?
Is Weird Al Yankovic a rock group? He's gonna be at the Hollywood Bowl.
#1 album.
And I did want to mention one guest star that hasn't been mentioned, not a rock star, but a big surprise. Mr. Burns loses all his money to Elon Musk.
And Frank Zappa will be in the crowd.
Now he will.
Is anyone playing Tapped Out? Sir, come on up. We have a wonderful Tapped Out hoodie for you.
Guys, my name is Robert. My question is for Matt. In the 90s, The Simpsons was such a groundbreaking show as far as family dysfunction. And everything I did as a kid, my dad blamed on Bart influencing me. So my question is, did you get a lot of pushback from producers or executives about Bart talking back to his father and being disrespectful? And did you encourage your writers to do stuff like that?
Well, there was always pushback at the very beginning of the show because the idea was up till The Simpsons came on, generally cartoons were seen as for kids, and the theory was that you don't want to do anything that would influence kids badly or confuse grandma, you know. So we went a different direction, and I would say it's due to these people I'm with and a lot of people that aren't here today. It's a huge collaborative effort, and what we tried to do is reinvent the animation as an adult art form, and that was our excuse for every bad joke that we ever did that standards and practices didn't like. We said, this is not a show for kids, it's a show for adults. And then we knew we had them. The kids would tune in anyway.
Just want to add, too, that the idea of animation being for kids only was something that really creeped up in this country, I would say, in the early 60s, when basically the people who were making animation for adults, Warner Brothers cartoons and even Disney cartoons, they were made for adults. For some reason, they were sort of segregated, saying, no, now you're making kiddie cartoons for Saturday morning. And by the way, it doesn't happen anywhere else on the planet. Every time we go to an animation film festival, it's like, oh wait, animation is for adults, and here in France and in England and in Japan. It's only in the United States that this idea of animation being for kids. So we are glad to bring it back out of that position.
We are bad for kids. I hope there are no kids here today. No, you know what? I think here's the thing. The other idea was, are all our kids going to get these jokes? And it doesn't matter. You don't have to get every joke. The little clip we showed just now, Clockwork Yellow, obviously that is a parody of Clockwork Orange by Stanley Kubrick from 1971, and there were references to Eyes Wide Shut and 2001 and Barry Lyndon.
And the fake moon landing that Stanley Kubrick directed.
So you don't have to get everything. It's still good. Grow up, read a few books, watch a few movies, and you can come back and watch Simpsons more. In fact, not only can you watch Simpsons more, you can watch the Simpsons Marathon on FX August 21st. 12 days or something.
When we say 24/7, we mean 24/7.
Approach for your prize.
This is nifty. It's one of the greatest guest stars, collectible miniature figure. Who knows what's inside?
Yes.
Hi. Matt, we're eternally grateful for the show you gave us in The Simpsons. It's a very special show to me and my family. My question is, in the 20 plus years you've all been doing The Simpsons, what is one of the favorite episodes to you that really stands out in your mind?
You guys have your favorite episodes? I like, oh my gosh, what's his name? The guy who hated Homer and then died at the end.
Frank Grimes.
Frank Grimes.
Great episode.
Yeah, I've seen most of the episodes, so. Yeah, Frank Grimes. I love that episode. It just seemed like that was one of the few times we acknowledged that it would be really, really unpleasant to work with somebody like Homer Simpson.
My favorite episodes that I've directed is, I always go back to Homie the Clown. I just had a lot of fun with that episode, and I thought it came out terrific, and I thought it was a terrific script, so that's one of my favorites.
I wrote one based on the story Flowers for Algernon, where Homer briefly got smart and he really became friends with Lisa. and that one's very close to my heart.
I directed Homer's Phobia, and that is also one of my favorite shows. And
Hey, and another show that you directed was one of my favorites is Hank Scorpio.
Hank Scorpio.
It only moved twice.
That one was, Brad Bird said, it shouldn't work, but it really does.
And we've done this show for so long that it has been really fun to actually get some of the non-Simpsons animators who we love so much to do their own couch gags. And we've had great ones by Bill Plimpton, John Christofalusi, Sylvain Chomet, the director of Triplets of Belleville, and we've got some surprises coming up this season that are going to really make you wonder what the heck you're watching.
I know what he's talking about, and yes.
Oh yeah, well, we'll keep that.
If you remember some of the weirdest couch gags we've ever done, we've got ones that are so nightmarish. It will change your DNA.
Excellent question. Come on down and get this wonderful Simpsons Tapped Out poster. Number 61 of 2,500.
Hello. My question is, will Bartman be showing up next season?
I guess not.
Maybe sometime. Maybe season 27.
No plans for Bartman.
He does show up in Bongo Comics. Quick plug.
Nicely done.
Come on down and get a Simpsons 16th season Blu-ray.
Adventure time.
Will Spider-Man?
That's Volume 21.
Come back?
Yes. Yeah, we have a couple things that would bring Spider Pig in, including singing the Spider Pig theme song at the Hollywood Bowl. With the Hollywood Game Choir.
Yay, Spider Pig.
Come on down. We have a really wonderful, nifty plastic cup with a straw.
Nice sell job.
It wasn't just me, was it?
I picked a wire, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Matt. My name's Randy. First of all, you undersold the ride. It's the most amazing ride ever made anywhere. I've got 4 kids. They all are whizzes in American history and world history, not from public education. They'll all tell you it's from The Simpsons. It's unbelievable. When you guys go through your creative process, do you have world events that you want to work in? How do you fit in these great history lessons?
Can I say first thank you for saying we undersold something?
We're trying to do jokes about every single thing that we can. The writers are all very well educated, and the animators are eager to strut their stuff. So, we like to make references to all kinds of history, and when you study history, sometimes they say, well, there's no use for it. No, there is. You can become an animator or a writer and put it in your cartoon show. There you go. History is useful.
He just vanished. It's like a Star Trek.
That's fantastic. You made it with there. The other thing, too, is that I'm always impressed that, we can put in something very topical at the very last minute, because if something comes in, we can write a joke and do some animation, like sometimes a week before we air. So that's one of the ways we try to stay right on top.
A true story I told is that we had a joke years ago about the Soviet Union. Before the show aired, the Soviet Union broke up, so we could fix the joke, but now they're coming back together, so we can put the original joke back in.
Come on down. This is a Duff tumbler. No matter what you're drinking, it looks like you're having a beer.
Speaking of Duff, use while driving.
I guess. Okay.
I think that's the last of the questions.
Okay, I got a special treat for you guys. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time at San Diego at Comic-Con, the very first time, please welcome give a big hand to the real-life Homer Simpson.
So great that they finally moved Comic-Con to the 3 million square foot convention center in Las Vegas.
No, Homer, you know it's San Diego. Come on.
Oh, so San Diego must have built 10,000 more hotel rooms and one good restaurant.
Not really.
Well, surely they simplified the registration process.
I don't know. I don't care. I get my free tickets from a hologram of Tupac Shakur. Come on, Homer.
Hey, I've been here before. I know all the questions, and here are my answers. Springfield's not in the state. I don't know why we're yellow. There'll be another movie as soon as Stephen King needs another idea. And yes, Matt Groening would love to read your screenplay. His email is mattg@. Okay, did you write that down? Enough questions. Now it's time for Matt to do my famous mascot dance from the episode Dancing Homer.
No, I'm not gonna dance.
Come on, Matt. That's it. There we go. Just like you were heard.
Okay, a little. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I'm dancing.
Okay, great. Big round of applause, everyone. I'm going to a party with some of the other Comic-Con superstars. The Avengers, a bunch of those Hobbit dwarves, Boba Fett. Oh, he's quiet, but he's super funny. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show, and remember, as soon as it's over, you probably should get in line for next year.
Thank you very much. That's it for us this year.